Welcome to Tuesday morning Lamrim meditation on Cinco de Mayo, May 5th. Thank you for joining us. In this morning's Lamrim meditation, we're going to meditate again on a form of emptiness. Those of you who participated in the meditation last week, where our object of meditation was Frank, would you go see if somebody needs help coming in? Thank you. Whereas last week we meditated on stillness, the mere absence of movement. This morning we're going to meditate on silence, which is the mere absence of sound. Silence is the mere absence of sound. There is nothing more to silence than this absence. It is this absence that defines silence, just like emptiness. It's a form of emptiness, really. Emptiness, the mere absence of inherent existence. It's the absence of any inherent qualities or aspects that defines phenomena. So at some level, not only are we using meditation on silence as sort of a gateway to meditation on emptiness, but it actually is a form of meditation on emptiness. And how those dots connect, maybe we'll talk about it sometime. Maybe I'll leave it to you all to contemplate it. But we may sort of wonder, well, this meditation on silence is fine and all, but there are sounds that I'm perceiving, like cars drive by. Here at Lotus Center. There's a ventilation system where the fan is running perpetually. So it's not really silent. So doesn't that kind of invalidate the meditation? No. Yes, we're talking about silence, the absence of sound, like conventional sound, the silent gaps in between the sound of the words. We're talking about that kind of silence. But we're also talking about silence of the mind. Actually, we're more talking about silence of the mind. And what is the main sound that we experience in our mind? The main noise, if you will? Thought. Thought, the compulsive, perpetual thinking mind, always replaying things, or almost always replaying things, always speculating about the future, just discursive thought, discursive, like not really any meaning about anything, just thinking for the sake of thinking. The path of meditation is really very simple. It is to suspend thought, to stop thought, and to rest in awareness. Awareness is the mere absence of thought. So we stop thinking, we're in a state of non-conceptual awareness necessarily. And that's where the real stillness happens, the real silence, I should say, silence and stillness, is when we can cease thinking, cease thought. And just one more note about this. Check and examine your own lives and see how much energy you expend trying to get away from your compulsive thinking mind, right? music, podcasts, TV. I've known people who have the TV going. My mom was one of them. Just for some sound, for some night white noise. I think ultimately, and I'm not picking on my mom, of course, rest her soul, you know, um, but just something to distract us from this compulsive, discursive, pointless, meaningless thinking that we do. Not all of our thinking is meaningless. I'm not saying that. There are times when we've got a problem that we need to solve and we need to think it through. But so much of the rest of it is just meaningless thought, like chewing on a bone. It's just something to do. It's something we've become accustomed to. I even think, marijuana is like not really the big rage anymore. It's kind of the new norm. I think even pot at some level is meant to stop or at least mute the thinking mind. Great news. We can accomplish the same thing through meditation. Just bring our awareness to sensations in the body or ringing radiance, the meditation we did in Medicine Buddha meditation on Saturday. So enough. I'm kind of going on much longer than I had anticipated, but I wanted to set a little bit of context for our meditation on silence, mental silence, which necessarily is accomplished through moving into a state of awareness. Awareness. Okay. So enough. Let's go ahead and settle into a comfortable meditation posture. The mountain is perpetually aware, constantly resting in a state of awareness. The natural default of the mountain is silence and stillness. Balanced, grounded, stable, that which epitomizes ancient wisdom, that which epitomizes Zen awareness, Zen wisdom. We can now silently practice our 3-word mantra. On each inhalation, please silently recite the word rest. At the top of the inhalation, silently recite the word relax. And as you exhale, silently rest or silently recite the word allow, as in allow the world to be as it is in this moment. Allow the people of this world to be as they are in this moment. Inhale, rest. At the top of the inhalation, relax. On the exhalation, allow. Resist nothing. Allow everything. Allow samsara. Allow nirvana. Allow delusion. Allow wisdom. Please gently transition into meditation on the inner body and become the silent observer of sensations within your inner body. All that is asked of you is to silently observe. Now, please gently change your object of meditation. I'd like you to please just rest in silence. Please rest while continuing to meditate on sensations within your inner body. Be like a mountain, perfectly silent, resting in a space of silence. Instead of resting in silence, you may find it beneficial to rest in the absence of sound. Silence can be regarded as a void in which there is no sound, a void in which there is an absence of sound. Rest in this absence, rest in this void, conjoined with meditation on the inner body. And yet, out of this silence, sound appears. Form is empty, emptiness is form, emptiness is not other than form. Form also is not other than emptiness. Likewise, feeling, discrimination, compositional factors, and consciousness are empty. Now, please gently redirect your awareness. Become aware again of physical body and allow your breathing to become less shallow. Taking deeper and deeper breaths, become aware again of the garments of clothing resting on the surface of physical body. Become aware again of your surroundings inside the room that you're occupying. Deeper and deeper breaths, becoming aware again of the world that exists outside of the room that you're occupying. We dedicate all of the merit from this morning's meditation to world peace. May the human beings of this world soon come to generate respect, reverence, and care for our natural world. And may we also develop respect, reverence, and care for the non-human animals who make their home in the natural world. Completely fill up your belly and lungs with air, and when you're ready, you can open your eyes and bring your meditation to an end. So please allow me to invite you to remember the analogy that we use, the metaphor that we use to help understand the two profundities of form is empty and emptiness is form. Remember, we're sitting on the ground, looking up at the blue sky. We're going to fly up in a plane to bottle some blue sky and bring it back down to the earth so we can enjoy it in a bottle anytime we want it. We fly up into the sky, blue sky disappears, right? It disappears. There's an absence of blue sky. Form is empty. We realize the futility and fly the plane back down to the ground and then look back up. But out of that emptiness, blue sky appears. Emptiness is form. Such a powerful, powerful metaphor. In the same way, in a similar way, we meditate on silence, the mere absence of sound, which is a form of emptiness. It's an absence. And we rest in that silence, the absence of sound. Form is empty. Yet, out of that silence, sound appears. Emptiness is form. We'll leave it at that. Just continue to rest with it. If it's puzzling to you, it's understandable, totally natural, but just try to rest and almost let the answer come to you, the actualization come to you. Okay. Thanks, you guys. Have a
Thank you, brother.
wonderful day. Thank you all for being here.